Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances to all those to Sri Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Yeah, Prasanti Mataji, when are you ready, please start Mataji.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Sri Prabhupada and Guru. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtaki. Today we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 60, from text 1 to 15. Chapter 60, Lord Krishna teases Queen Rukmini. Text 1. Sri Badarayani said, once in the company of her maidservants, Queen Rukmini was personally serving her husband, the spiritual master of all the universe, by fanning him as he relaxed on her bed. Text 2. The unborn personality of Godhead, the supreme controller who creates, maintains, and then devours his universe simply as his play, took birth among the Yadus to preserve his own laws. Text 3 to 6. Queen Rukmini's quarters were extremely beautiful, boasting a canopy hung with the brilliant strings of pearls as well as effulgent jewels serving as lamps. Garlands of jasmine and other flowers hung here and there, attracting swarms of hummingbees, and the spotless rays of the moon shone through the holes of the lattice windows. As Agura incense drifted out of the window holes, my dear king, the breeze wafting the scent of the Parijata grove carried the mood of a garden into the room. There, the queen served her husband, the supreme lord of all the worlds, as he reclined upon an opulent pillow on her bed, which was as soft and white as the foam of milk. Text 7. From her maidservant's hand, goddess Rukmini took a yak hair fan with a jeweled handle, and then she began to worship her master by fanning him. Text 8. Her hand adorned with rings, bangles, and the chamara fan, Queen Rukmini looked resplendent standing near Lord Krishna. Her jeweled ankle bells tingled, and her necklace glittered, reddened by the kumkuma from her breasts, which were covered by the end of her sari. On her lips, she wore a priceless belt. Text 9. As he contemplated her, the goddesses of fortune herself, who desires only him, Lord Krishna smiled. The Lord assumes various forms to enact his pastimes, and he was pleased that the form of the goddesses of fortune had assumed was just suitable for her to serve as his consort. Her charming face was adorned with curling hair, earrings, and a locket on her neck, and the nectar of her bright, happy smile. The Lord then spoke to her as follows. Text 10. The Supreme Lord said, my dear princess, you were sought after by many kings as powerful as the rulers of planets. They were all abundantly endowed with political influence, wealth, beauty, generosity, and physical strength. Text 11. Since your brother and father offered you to them, why did you reject the king of Seti and all those other suitors who stood before you, maddened by Cupid? Why instead did you choose us, who are not at all your equal? Text 12. Terrified of these kings, O lovely browed one, we took shelter on the ocean. We have become enemies of powerful men, and we practically abandoned our royal throne. Text 13. O fine browed lady, women are usually destined to suffer when they stay with men whose behavior is uncertain and who pursue a path not approved by society. Text 14. We have no material possessions, and we are dear to those who similarly have nothing. Therefore, O slender one, the wealthy hardly ever worship me. Text 15. Marriage and friendship are proper between two people who are equal in terms of their wealth, birth, influence, physical appearance, and capacity of good progeny, but never between a superior and an inferior. Thank you so much, Babuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna, dear Shyama Dulari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All those who read Prabhupada. Whenever you're ready, please share for you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Prashanti Mataji, for reading the shlokas. I'll say quick prayer and we'll start. Mukam karoti vachalam bhangum langayate kiram yat kripahatamaham vande paramananda madhavam namam vishnu padaya krishna prishtaya bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. Okay, so today we'll be reading from the chapter 60 of Canto 10, the title Krishna Teases Queen Rukmini. Lord Krishna, when he appears here in this material world, among doing a lot of pastimes, leelas, here this is one more pastime where he comes with his consort, Rukmini Devi, and it's between this chapter shows the a wife and husband relationship and how the camaraderie between them. So in this section, mainly Krishna teases Rukmini Devi to provoke her, mainly to see her anger, because Rukmini Devi is so pious and calm and tolerant. These are the qualities of Radharani, and Rukmini Devi also shows that aspect, and Krishna is trying to provoke her by saying few words. So let's see how the first shloka, Vyasadeva is telling that, is giving us the situation where, like, the Rukmini Devi, when she's in her chambers along with her maid servants, Krishna, who is the Lord of the universe, comes and sits on her bed, relaxing, and Rukmini Devi, she's now serving her husband. So then the conversation between them starts, and Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he explains the conversation and the reaction that Krishna is trying to get from Rukmini is like similar to camphor. Like when camphor is grounded between between the stones, the fragrance comes out. So similarly, this conversation and the reaction is being described like that. So, and then, yeah, because Krishna, along with being the master of the universe, which is referred here as Jagat Gurum, he is also her husband. So, as a wife, that's also for a wife to serve the husband. So, this the pastime between Rukmini and Krishna, there are the wife and husband relationship, and also even their whole a relationship which starts like it's nothing dramatic like that any movie that we would see, like where there is the whole starts with a love letter. Normally we see the love letters like is generally is given by a man to a woman, but here, which is so unconventional even at that time of the era, where a woman is writing a love letter to a man, and there is some that romance like through the love letter, and her expressing, and there is chase or the fight and suspense whether Krishna will come or not, whether her letter reached. So from the beginning to even how we are seeing in this chapter, so even though it's like the conversation that's there, this is like so much of a interesting story for all the sadhakas to hear the complete from Rukmini Kalyanam to even these pastimes, like between a wife and a husband, to keep hearing this pastime all the time. So then moving on to Shloka 2, the Lord, who is unborn and also the supreme controller of this material world where he creates, maintains this universe, and he took a birth in this dynasty of Yadus just to maintain, also, I mean, among many other reasons, also is to maintain the law, that is the dharma. Even in sixth canto, chapter 3, 19 shloka, it's said dharman tu sakshat bhavat parnitam. So religion is also established by the God. Like how we say, like setting leading by an example, right? So even for us as sadhakas, we have to follow all the rules and regulations and display the qualities, like how as a woman for following Rukmini Devi, right? Like being tolerant, patient, serving a husband, family, elders. So these are the different qualities. These are the different things that are there, also like inspiring us to lead a life like that. And in the shloka, the word swa setu is also the setu in this refers to a boundary. Like for in order to follow a law, right, there are like these boundaries. So here when we come to US, we follow the law of like applying the H1, then green card, and the citizen. So these are all the laws that you follow that was laid by this land. The setu is laws. So even like in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying that even for small, like when you're cultivating a land for agriculture, we build the setu, like those small borders, so the water flows and it cultivates it lets the agricultural fields grow. So similarly, whether it is material laws to follow, like being a good citizen, or even in this path of spirituality, there are these setu, the boundaries that are being defined, whether by shastras, by the guru. So these are all have to be followed in order for us to grow even our bhakti lata, like our own bhakti in the spiritual path. Even in the ninth canto of Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, the word Setu is being also indicates where Lord Ramachandra, he builds the bridge, the Setu, for going to Lanka. Okay. And then in Shloka 3 to 6, here Vyasadeva is describing the beauty of Rukmini Devi and how she got ready. She has this like a big string of pearls that she is wearing, and those are so bright that they are effulgent and serving as lamps. So they are that bright. And also she is wearing garlands of jasmine, and the fragrance from this is also attracting the humming bees. And this pastime is actually happening at the time in the evening time, because in this at that time, because the moon is shining and through the windows the rays are coming in, and there is nice breeze as well that's coming in through the windows, and the fragrance coming also from the parijata plants. The trees are also entering into the room, because there is a garden just outside. So the parijata trees are in that garden, and the fragrance is also coming. So this is like such a beautiful evening that they are spending. And this is, I think, when we see a lot of here, like in the creative world, whether it is movies or in the theaters, they try to use this kind of scene to show like a romantic mood, or to show like a nice like when they're showing like a good set the mood. So these all are actually even in the Srimad Bhagavatam, like is depicted all that. Then, in this nice environment, the setting, the queen Rukmini Devi, she is now serving her husband, who is reclined on a pillow on her bed, which is also like very soft and like a foam of milk. For this, in the purport, Srila Sridhar Swami is saying that these descriptions give us an opulence into this kingdom, into this into the darbar, or the room, or the chamber of Rukmini Devi. And also the word, he says that word Amalaihi is can also be read as Arunaihi, which indicate that like the because it's in the evening time, right? The moon has rise, so this word reflects to that one. And because of this moonlight, the whole room or the whole chamber is so bright, with the moonlight. Okay. So then in Shloka 8, Rukmini Devi is along with her maid servant, who gave her a fan which has a handle which is filled with jewels. And now with that fan, Rukmini Devi is fanning the Lord. And her fingers are are adorned with bangles and rings, and this chamara fan, while she is fanning her husband, is making the sound. So even like us, particularly in our when we in India, where most the moms, they wear the bangles, right? So like whenever the mother is doing some work, we can hear that the bangle sound. Even my kids, when they hear the bangle sound, they say, oh, that reminds us of Amama, like their grandparents. I mean, here in US, we don't wear that much bangles, but the women in India, they do. So when they're working, that makes the sounds of the bangles. So similarly here, Rukmini Devi, while she's fanning her husband, it's making that sounds. And she's like also she's wearing the kunkuma. In South India, we wear kunkuma. All the ladies wear the kunkuma, like in the forehead, and even if you grew up like in a Telugu family, or if you have ever been to Tirupati, you would have heard this song glorifying Lord Venkateshwara, which goes, Kamalaku chachuchuka kunkumato niyataru nitatula nilatano Kamalayatalochana lokapate Vijayi Bhava Venkata Shailapate. So here, even the Lord of Venkateshwara, when they are doing the morning offerings or the puja, they sprinkle kunkuma, similar to like how Rukmini Devi is wearing. And even though Venkateshwara is like the same complexion as Krishna, the dark complexion, but because of all this kunkuma, his body is all covered. So this Kamalakucha Chuchuka. So kunkumato. So his body, and this Venkateshwara Kamala, whose eyes are like Kamal lotus, his body is filled with kunkuma. And I am praying to that Lord, just like how Rukmini Devi, when she choose, because in the time when in the beginning of the Rukmini Kalyanam episode, when Srila Vyasadeva is describing, he uses one specific word that she chooses Krishna, because she had the choice, because she had like so many kings that came to take her hand and marry her, but she chose Krishna because by writing the love letter or the prayer, right? The letter is nothing but prayer to Krishna to rescue her, to take her and give his shelter. So similarly here, even in this shloka, Venkateshwara or Lord Vishnu, we are praying that, oh Lord Venkateshwara, oh the Lord of the Venkata hill, please give me shelter. So all we have to keep praying, so we get Krishna's mercy as well. And even in the second shloka of this prayer, in this Venkateshwara Stotram, even all the other demigods like Sachurmukha Shanmukha Panchamukha Pramukha Kila Daivata Maulimane Sharanagata Vatsala Saranide Paripalaya Mam Shailapate. That Shailapate means the Lord of the hills. Who are praying Shanmukha, the four-faced Brahma, Shatmukha, like six-faced Kumaraswami, Subramanya Swami, or Panchamukha, the five-faced Hanuman, and Pramukha, like all the demigods, they are all also praying to him to get his mercy. Whether it is Rukmini Devi, his consort, who is the Lord of goddess of fortune, or the demigods, they're all praying. So even us as sadhaka, we also have to keep praying to the Lord. And for us, even though we don't know Sanskrit or any big words, it can be as simple as how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we can just call out to the Lord Krishna, which is our love letter to him. We can write as detailed letter, or it can be a simple prayer by chanting out Hare Krishna Mahamantra aloud to him, and call out, and then he will come like to rescue us when our prayer is sincere and heard and delivered to him, just like the Brahmana who is a guru, right? Rukmini Devi, even though she's the goddess of fortune, still she took the help of the Brahmana, who is nothing but a guru, right, for us. So we have to take the shelter of the guru to for us, for our love letter or our prayer to reach to the Lord. Then moving on to shloka 9. Then as she is serving the Lord, by as part of his pastimes, he was he's when he's also adoring her beauty, and he, with her smile, he says to her like this. Oh dear princess, that even though you had so many kings who were ready to marry you, but you choose me, who is a don't have, because he's from a Yadu family, whereas the other kings who came for her hand had they had a lot of wealth and influence and even physical strength, but still she chose only Krishna. So that is also for us sadhakas. We also have a lot of choice in our material world, whether to do material activities or spiritual activities. So it is in our hands to choose the right. That is Krishna and path of bhakti. So this is, but yeah, we will have challenges similar to Rukmini Devi. After she chose the path of Krishna, she had a lot of challenges, and even normally it is so like for a queen, if somebody comes to know that about that letter, then it would have been such a disgrace to the whole kingdom and being a queen, right? So still she went through that path. So similarly, even in our sadhaka's life, when we take up the path of bhakti, similar to like how Rukmini Devi, she had the biggest opposition from her brother, from her own family, right? So similar for our sadhakas, we will have the challenge. But even though we have like so much of opulence or tempting options in front of us, we should always choose Krishna. And then in the next shloka of 12, Krishna is saying that, oh, lovely browed one, even like, why did you choose me? Even like, because Krishna, he actually runs away from the battle with Jarasandha. So he is using that in comparison to other powerful king, I was like a Krishna, because he runs away from the battlefield. There is a temple also, which is Ranchodurai. because he leaves the battlefield. So he's saying that even in that kind of, I was that, still you choose me. Because now in the purport, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he's saying that he's describing that Krishna is trying to provoke Rukmini, because he wants to see that anger on her, a frown on her face. Because when Krishna gave Rukmini Devi just a flower from Parijata tree, Satyabhama got very furious, and then Krishna had to fall down at her feet and bring her the whole Parijata tree. That's when she calmed down. But Rukmini, even in that situation, when Krishna gave the whole tree to Satyabhama, she didn't feel jealous or any morose against that. So these are the qualities for even for a woman has to display. Like see, this whole Rukmini Devi pastime is also, there are so many lessons for us that we can take. She's always sober and pleasing, speaks pleasingly. So Krishna has always seen only that side of her. So he's speaking these provoking, trying to provoke her to see a glimpse of her anger. Next, so Krishna, he married Rukmini Devi, even though this is so untraditional, right? Like for this is like a kidnapping. Even in as per the shastras, like particularly I think Manusmriti, there are 8 different types of marriages. So this is a Rakshasa marriage where Krishna fights and but again, that's also with the acceptance of the queen. Like so, through that marriage, they get married. So he's using this different. He's using that, reminding her like about this different aspects from their marriage and trying to provoke her. And then here in Shloka 14. So yeah, Krishna is saying that even though no material positions, because compared to other kings, Yadu family is very like in the financially is also less wealthy. Still, she chose. So this whole in this section mainly. Just like how Krishna comes to do these pastimes, along with him, his consort comes down to perform the pastimes. So in Achyutashtakam, also like which is also written by Adi Shankaracharya, he glorifies the Lord and his concerts in like where they take different forms to perform these different pastimes. So we know that the famous version of the Achyutashtakam, which is like Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram. But the original song was actually the Achyutashtakam was written by Adi Shankaracharya, which refers to all the Krishna's forms and his corresponding the Lakshmi form. So here, Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Harim Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallabham Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje. So Sridharam, so that Achyuta, he comes with Shri, and also Ramachandra, he comes with Janaki. And Achyutam Keshavam Satyabhamamadhavam Madhavam Sridharam Radhikaraditam Indiramandaram Chetasa Sundaram Devaki Nandanam Nandanam Sandahe. So here he comes with Satyabhama and Radhika, who is always adorning him and serving him, and Devaki, that he appears as Devaki and Nanda's son. And Rukmini Ragine Janaki Janaye Vallabhi Vallabha Yachitayatmane. So that Achyuta, he comes with Rukmini, Janaki, and he's served by Vallabhi Vallabha, all the cowherd women, and in the similar way, like in various ways. So in similarly, like taking them as an inspiration and or following their path, we have to adopt our life as a woman or as a sadhaka and take shelter of the Lord. Okay, like to stop here. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to share this with you all. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So well said.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.